we are going to first italicize or make in italics font the first initial of our names. So I'm going to select A, click italics, M, C, and the shortcut for italics is Command I. Okay. Then you are going to choose a descriptive word or phrase, adjective, anything that describes you. So not just a random listing of words like apples, neat. You need to come up with phrases or words that describe you. Athlete, a computer teacher, a runner, anything like that. So the thing is, before you type, I would recommend that you unbold, italicize, and underline first, because once you go to get that cursor and try and do it later, it's hard. However, I think it's easier to unhighlight something after it's been highlighted. So sometimes you turn it off and you think you've turned it off, but then you go to type and it still is there. So I wouldn't waste your time there yet. But before I type, I would turn off my bold, my italics, and my underline. Then go back, select computer teacher, go to your highlighter and say no color. Now same thing for N. I could just do Command B, Command U to turn it off and type nice. For G, same thing. Gluten free is how. Ooh, I know what I could do. For E, educated at KU. So within this, you also need to have 5 different font types and 5 different font colors. So I could select this whole phrase here, change my font to something readable, and select the K. So now I have 2 different font types. So I changed it once for my whole name, and now I'm changing it again. So that's 2 different fonts. And now I'm doing black. You didn't change, so I don't count black as a different font type because you did nothing to change that color. That's how it started. But red and blue is a changed font color. So for L, I could put loves to laugh and change my font type. Now I have 3 different font types, but I'm still stuck with 2 font colors. So I could change that font color there. So now I have 3 font colors. So I would need to do both of those 2 more times. All right. Once you're done, or maybe you just get stuck on a letter, then you can do your 5 different pictures that are reformatted and you've cited their source. So let's go over that. I'm going to minimize this just a little bit here. Go into Google and search for KU logo. Okay. Remember that Google is a search engine. Google does not put any images on the internet except for the Google logo. So Google, this right here, is never my source. That is what Google types in to find images. Oh, sorry. Image. So I'm going to click on it here and then go over here. So don't try and copy and paste the thumbnail. you want to go over here. I'm going to two-finger click and go to copy image. Now that goes to my clipboard. So in my Word document, I'm going to do Command V to paste it. Okay. First, my picture is going to come in as text. And if I'm not clicked on my picture, I do not see picture format. So what I want to do first is, even if I make it smaller, see how it's just affecting the space between E and L, and if I move it over here, it's still in line with text. The computer is still reading it as text. So to alter my image, I'm going to go up here to picture format and move it to in front of text. Now when I do that, notice that when my picture is selected, I no longer see picture format. So I have to go over here. So if I two-finger click the image and go to format picture, then those images pop up, those same options pop up over here. Okay. All right, so now I need to cite the source. Make it just a little bit smaller. Okay, so I'm going to go back to, to cite my source, I need to go back to Google. So I'm going to go down here and click on Google. And remember, this up here is not your source. Google did not put this on the web. Wikipedia did. I need to cite the source. So Wikipedia is my source. So I can two-finger click and go to copy image address. Click on that. It goes into my clipboard, like I said before. Go back to my Word document. Go to Insert, Shapes. I'm just going to choose a text box, draw it below, and paste Command V, the link. Now, the link's pretty big right now and the font's coming in really big, so I'll just make my text box larger. Select my source, go to my home ribbon, and make the font smaller. And then place it below my Jayhawk. So you would do that for every image. Now, I've had some kids in the past that have just made a big text box down towards the bottom and then just put like KU logo. And then they'll just continue to list all their different sources. So then after the next one they would put, if I put salsa image. So I could go find a picture of chips and salsa and then cite my source here. Okay, so you need to do that 5 times as well. So 5 different font colors, 5 different font types, 5 images that have been reformatted and are cited. Also, please make sure that only the letters in the alphabet, so I'm going to get rid of, I don't know why those returns are there, only the letters in your alphabet, or remember that only the letters in your name should be formatted, bold, underlined, italicized, and highlighted. And to come up with a descriptive word or phrase about you for every letter in your name.